Hey, stop scrolling. PizzaDog's here. Top 4 films. You gotta see it. Hey everybody, I'm Jordan Leo from Lemur Studios and the Buffalo 40 Film Project. I'm here with PizzaDog Studios, one of the top 4 films, one of the funniest crews in the Buffalo 40 Film Project, and we're gonna have a really great episode. We're here with David Cloyd and Jason Yates, who, I mean, right off the bat, best music. David Cloyd, what is it like writing music in 48 hours and then winning best music?
Oh my goodness. What is it like? I would say it is exactly like writing music within 48 hours and then winning an award for it.
That sounds pretty good.
I love deadlines. I love to just have a project and just map it out and crank it out. So, and the award's great, but the real, honestly, I mean, sounds corny, but the real reward is just people liking it and me liking it.
I watched the film and then I was kind of doing school's on for a good while after it. So kudos
sorry
for
about
getting
that.
Stuck in my head.
Try editing it.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
Yeah, sorry about that.
So this is your third venture in the 40 Film Project as a unit. What do you think about how your progress has gone, and what were the other films before?
Well, we've definitely grown as it's gone on. Our first film was The Busker, which was kind of a small movie just out of necessity because we just knew a handful of people that would do it. And then the next year we did this big ensemble cast with Crewed Up that was a behind the scenes type of thing about a film crew. And then this year we did Schools Down, which just kind of brought a lot of the same people back. And we just keep kind of growing bigger and bigger to the point where we actually kind of talk about maybe we should like scale it back down and try something a little different next year. And
that's a trick, you know, the bigger you get, I don't want to say the harder you fall, but the harder it is to make everything work together. And the bigger the film is, the more things can go wrong.
So one of the challenges as the team gets bigger, you know, we have a lot of actors, we get more and more people. There's almost a responsibility on us to like, okay, these people are donating their weekend to us. We got to make sure we give them enough good parts. And then, you know, we've got David's music, and we've got all these like pieces in addition to the normal pieces that we're already given on the 48. And it kind of just makes the puzzle a little bit harder.
It really is a trick. The bigger they get, the harder it is to put together. The past 2 years, you've worked with this man here, John Meyers, and this is a great shot of him. I didn't know about
how
him.
He is, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know about him before.
That's Paul Grigsby, excuse me.
Sorry, Paul Grigsby, the billionaire who goes back to school. And he, I understand, is a pretty major force in the film world out of Rochester, or video world.
Yeah, John's a photographer and filmographer and director out in Rochester, and we've had a relationship with him for years, and he's a great guy to be around, and we like working with him, and just the resource he has out there is just kind of crazy, so it's just sort of this like perfect fit where we'll head out there, he kind of helps us with locations and stuff, and we just kind of go from there.
He's a veritable fount of youth on the set too.
Yes.
It's a counter to Bill.
Yeah.
He's a guy who just seems like he's full of joy, and then he does this, and I don't know, is that a lot of his personality coming out? Is that kind of
That's 100% his personality.
Yeah, that's just him.
Like
awesome.
The funniest parts of that scene when he comes down and is like, oh, you're fantastic. Like that's just how he is, and we just like, just kind of, when you come down the hall, just like be you, and that's sort of what he did.
And on top of it, he is a major video resource too.
I mean, he shot everything. He helped us assemble the crew and everything for this, and he shot Crewed Up and this one on our list too.
Awesome. So your crew has a lot of great actors. You have Paul Spitali, you have David Ottavino. What's it like working with like really awesome actors in this short, compressed time frame?
I mean, these two guys are guys that like if we're shooting something and like at work if we have a commercial or something, a lot of times these two guys come up as like our first choice of who we'd want to use. They're just some of the best local resources that we know. Paul and David are both like super versatile and can kind of do anything we throw at them. Specifically, Paul will just kind of do anything you ask him to do. That's just sort of the way he is. We had him eat a jar of pickled pig's feet for
he did.
our last film.
Wow.
And he choked it down.
Oh God.
Yeah, he ate it.
Now,
He said yum while he did it too.
Yeah.
It was impressive.
Yeah.
that is impressive. I mean, you've steadily gone up the ranks, but then last year you were top 10, and this year you're top 4.
Yeah.
So it's a steady incline here. And you also won Best Graphics, because you made these crazy, funny graphics. I assume that an adult drew these, but I can't be sure. How did these come to be?
So those were one of those like harebrained, oh shit, I need something to stitch these scenes together moments. I was like, these scenes aren't hanging together, and it just hit me like, we just need these like little goofy kids drawing camera cards. And then Bill Patterson and Kathy Caston kind of will come in the afternoon and sort of hang out with me while I'm editing. And then I would just like, Kathy came, I'm like, hey, I brought my daughter's crayons. You want to draw some pictures for me? I need some camera cards. And then she just, I think, used her left hand and drew some pictures, and they looked like a elementary school kid drew them.
That is very effective.
And she, you know, went to all the detail, and like she just kind of drew like little cartoon versions of all the characters, and I think they turned out great.
So did you scan these or did you shoot them?
I used my phone.
Okay, that's a good way to do it.
We used a very expensive
and we
digital
had access
scanner.
to we had a scanner. I'm like, oh, my phone, it's a Samsung, it's nice.
It's
there,
fast.
yeah.
Yeah. Now, you're pre-registered for this upcoming year. That's awesome. We have 13 pre-registrations. 13 people, 8 months out, said, I want to do this again. And you're one of them. Does that have you like training or studying different methods of filmmaking, or what? How does that have?
Mostly we're trying to make sure our wives aren't mad at us.
Yes.
Already.
100%.
Fair enough. Well, I think that's a wrap, guys. We're going to put all the stuff in the description that past year's films, past episodes, because Jason Yates has been on. Jason Yates has been on Lemur Studios Presents as well, so we'll link to that. And just thanks a lot, guys. It's always a pleasure, and it's always a fun film you guys put out. And honestly, David Cloyd, I'm always looking to hear what your next music is. It's just awesome. School's On song.
I'm cranking them out, man.
Awesome.
I'm cranking them out.